We at Forrest Paint want all your projects to be successful. I'm Hannah with Forrest Paint Company, and today we are going to be talking about touching up paint. Before you start your project, ask yourself, how big is the job, whether it is a smooth or textured surface, and how new or old the paint is. So these are just some of the tools that you may need for your job. I have a brush here, roller frame and roller cover, some small artist brush, and of course my paint. Now that we're ready for preparation, we're going to need to remove any dust or loose debris on the wall. So I have a damp rag here, and I'm just going to wash the area and remove any loose pieces on the wall. That way when I go to paint, there's not going to be anything interfering what type of wall I'm dealing with, whether it's textured or smooth. Because we do have some texture here, it's safe to use a brush. If you were dealing with smooth surfaces, I would probably stick to a short nap roller cover because it reduces brush marks and it allows the paint to flow out nicely. When feathering in paint, you want to apply it to your brush, of course. And the brush that I'm using is actually a flagged tip brush, so it minimalizes brush marks. So I'm going to apply paint to the tip of my brush, and I want to make sure that I kind of fill those tips up there because it's going to help spread the paint out. So I'm just going to put it in my main area, make sure that I cover up all the big spots here. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually feathering out the paint, which is minimalizing the lip around the area I'm touching up and allowing it to blend in to what's around. You may end up only having to do a touch-up on a quarter size, but by the time you're done feathering in the paint, you may end up with something more of a softball size. And that way, it's all blended in. So your touch-up jobs may vary from big to small. The most common we see, nail holes, corner marks, so a lot of times your corners going into dining rooms, kitchen areas will tend to have a lot of dings in it. If the paint on your wall is more than 5 years old and you go to touch up with new paint, you may run into some issues. One, the color may be a little bit different and the sheen may be slightly off due to the current wall already being exposed to light, dirt, and gloss reduction from cleaning it. In which case you may want to consider, as well as if you have multiple touch-up jobs, to just paint the whole substrate corner to corner, and that way it's beautiful and you will be happy with your end result. So in conclusion, you want to examine your wall to determine what type of touch-up you will be doing. Now let's quickly go over the importance of prepping. You definitely want to make sure that you clean and remove anything that may be interfering with the adhesion of your paint to your wall. We at Forrest want all of your projects to be successful. If you have any questions or concerns about a project you're working on, please feel free to contact us at 1-800-537-7201 or www.forrestpaint.com.